Chapter 24. Legacy and Meaning. What will you leave behind? As men approach their 40s, the question of legacy often becomes more pressing. What will you leave behind when your time comes? Will you be remembered for the work you did, the wealth you accumulated, or the lives you touched along the way? For many men, thinking about legacy sparks feelings of both hope and fear. Hope because it offers a chance to leave something meaningful behind. Fear because it forces us to confront the fragility of life and the inevitability of death. In this chapter, we'll explore the concept of legacy not as something that happens when you die, but as something that can be built throughout your life. You'll learn how to define your legacy on your terms, one that aligns with your values, purpose, and the deeper meaning you seek in life. By focusing on building a meaningful legacy, you can create a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends the day-to-day grind, giving you a greater sense of peace and direction as you move forward. What is legacy, really? Legacy is often associated with tangible things, money, property, or the passing down of a family business. But true legacy is much more than that. At its core, legacy is about the impact you have on others and the values you impart to future generations. It's about the relationships you build, the lessons you teach, and the way you live your life that inspires and influences those around you. A legacy can be emotional, intellectual, or spiritual. It's not about leaving behind a material inheritance, but about creating a ripple effect that outlasts your physical presence. Types of legacy. Family legacy. This is the impact you have on your children, spouse, and extended family. It includes the values you pass down, the love you offer, and the guidance you provide. Social legacy. This refers to the contributions you make to your community, whether through acts of kindness, service, or by creating change. Cultural legacy, the mark you leave on society at large, the ideas, innovations, or actions that influence future generations and help shape the world. Personal legacy, this is the collection of how you live your life, your personal growth, your journey toward authenticity, and your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. A powerful legacy is one that leaves a lasting impression on others, but it starts with a conscious decision to live intentionally. Why thinking about legacy matters. The thought of legacy may feel overwhelming, especially if you haven't yet begun to consider what kind of legacy you want to create. But thinking about legacy is empowering, not morbid. It invites you to step back and evaluate your life from a broader perspective, ensuring that your actions are aligned with the values that matter most to you. The benefits of considering legacy. Focus on what truly matters. When you think about what you want to leave behind, you are forced to ask yourself what really matters in life. This can help you shift your focus from superficial goals to more meaningful pursuits. A sense of direction, knowing that you're working towards something larger than yourself, can provide clarity and purpose, guiding your decisions and actions. Increased fulfillment. Legacy isn't about perfection or grand achievements. It's about living in a way that feels true to who you are and ensuring that your time is spent on things that align with your values and bring you joy. When you live with a sense of legacy, you make choices that honor your higher purpose. You stop getting bogged down by fleeting distractions and focus on what will matter long after you're gone. Building a meaningful legacy. Creating a meaningful legacy doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentionality, reflection, and action. You build your legacy every day through the choices you make and the way you live your life. It's about crafting a life that aligns with your values, supports the people you care about, and contributes to something larger than yourself. Steps to building a legacy. 1. Define your values. What do you stand for? What beliefs are central to your identity? Legacy is built on the foundation of your core values. Understanding these values allows you to make choices that align with your deeper purpose. 2. Evaluate your current impact. Take an honest look at how your life is currently impacting others. Are you fostering strong relationships? Are you contributing to your community? Are you living authentically? This self-assessment will help you identify areas where you can strengthen your legacy. 3. Think about future generations. What wisdom or experiences would you want to pass down to your children or younger generations? Whether it's life lessons, financial wisdom, or the way you approach challenges, your legacy will be shaped by how you prepare future generations to succeed. 4. Invest in relationships. The strongest legacies are built through relationships. By investing in your family, friendships, and community, you create a ripple effect that continues far beyond your lifetime. Consider how you can strengthen the bonds with those around you, be it through mentorship, shared experiences, or supporting others in their journey. 5. Contribute to a cause. A legacy isn't just about personal relationships, it's also about your contribution to something greater. What causes or movements are close to your heart? How can you make a difference in the world? Whether it's through charity, volunteer work, or activism, contributing to a cause can ensure that your legacy extends beyond your immediate circles. 6. Live with integrity. Your legacy will be shaped by how you live day in and day out. Are you acting with integrity, authenticity, and compassion? Are you being true to yourself? Living with integrity creates a legacy of trust and respect. Letting go of perfectionism. As you start thinking about your legacy, it's important to remember that a meaningful legacy doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, trying to create a flawless legacy can be a barrier to actually living a fulfilling life. Legacy is built in the small, everyday actions, the times you show up for others, the moments you choose kindness, the risks you take in pursuit of something meaningful. Embrace imperfection. Legacy is built through the journey, not the destination. Don't get stuck on the idea that you have to achieve greatness in one grand gesture. Every action you take, however small, is part of the larger picture. Failure and setbacks are part of the process. Learning from your mistakes and being open about your vulnerabilities only strengthens your legacy. It's about the impact you have on others when you rise from challenges and share your story. Legacy beyond death. One of the most powerful aspects of legacy is that it doesn't end when you die. The impact of your life continues to reverberate long after you're gone. The memories, lessons, and influence you've had on others can live on through your children, your community, and even through the ripple effects of your actions. The timeless nature of legacy. The stories we leave behind, your story will be told by others long after you're gone. How will they tell it? Will they speak of the impact you had on their lives, the love you gave, and the integrity you upheld? The ripple effect. Every positive action you take creates a ripple that impacts the world in ways you may never fully understand. Whether it's teaching your children how to be kind or standing up for what's right in your community, your legacy will continue to affect others in ways both big and small. Conclusion. Living with purpose, leaving a mark. Legacy isn't something you wait to think about when you're nearing the end of your life. It's something you build every day with every decision you make and every relationship you cultivate. By defining your legacy, you can live with a sense of greater purpose, knowing that the work you do, the way you show up for others, and the values you live by will continue to influence those who come after you. The beauty of legacy is that it's not about the quantity of what you leave behind, but the quality of the impact you have. Your legacy is built not just by what you do for a living, but by the person you are, the way you live, love, and lead with intention. And that legacy ultimately is what gives your life its deepest meaning.